Wonderful.
Good morning. I realize stream starts at 12, right? Which means that, like, it's 11:58. I just snuck the good morning in just before. Am I legally required to say good afternoon? Ugh. Yo, it's Cade! Hi, Cade! How you doing?
Hey, bud.
Hi, Chippy! Hi, Dallas! Hi, Dale! Dude, is Chippy possibly referencing Doug? Is that OUG a reference to Doug? My favorite Chippyverse character?
This is why I don't respect streamers.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to the pre-show. I'm your host, Kirin. Kate says, well, I'm alive, LOL. Colon, close parentheses. Yeah, that's how you know shit's bad. Nobody uses colon, close parentheses if they're having a good time. Well, Kate, I'm sending hugs and kisses. I love you, friendo. And I hope... Yep. I use it all the time. Well, you've had a rough year. You're just a hater. I am a hater. That's see, por qué no los dos? They both can be true. Anyways, we're in the pre-show. It'll last like 1 more minute, and then we'll actually jump in. I hope you're all having a lovely time. I really feel like just saying you're just a hater is such a true statement to me. I am a hater. I love hating. But yeah, the science stream today. We're gonna take it nice and slow. I have a tendency for going very fast. I am going to attempt my darnest today to not go fast. But yeah, it's midday. Holy crap, it's midday. I guess it's time to go. Let's do this at the count of 3, 2, 1, boop.
Wonderful.
Hello everyone. Hello. How y'all doing today? Hello. I'm your host, Maxi. My pronouns are they, them. Let me put some music on. No Sonic Racing today? Absolutely not. Hatsune Miku is 100% not allowed on today's stream. If you're Hatsune Miku, get out. If you're underage, get out. If you're Hatsune Miku, get out. Kate says, heated blanket on the lap, feeling good. Why no Miku? Miku is in the latest Sonic Racing game. What about Racing Miku? Specifically Racing Miku. Racing Miku wants to go fast. In fact, she may have a need for speed. And that's kind of vibe does not... Maxi, are you trying to rhyme vibe with jive, Maxi? I don't know if that's correct. It feels right, but it probably isn't. So, welcome. Here's what you missed on Glee. So, here's what you missed on Maxi's life in the last 2 days since I last streamed. There we go. Since the last time I streamed, I had a bunch of stuff happening in real life. A bunch of real life stuff. Mentally, emotionally, and soulily drained me. I write books for a living, by the way. Hell yeah. Spiritually, guys, I don't have spirituality, but I do have a soul. Spiritually also works. Thank you. We got you. It is fun though, Dallas. Metaphysically as well. Yeah, I could. Is spiritual glee? Thank you. Chippy, thank you. Chippy, you're wasting your incredibly good bits on this stream. You're so funny, Chippy. What else? I had a bunch of real stuff happening in my life. Maxi, do not break into song and dance. I do love singing musical songs, but I will not sing musical bits today. Though I could, at any time, break into downtown from Little Shop of Horrors. I have the ability to do that. Oh, I see Lorenzo's also a shader glass enjoyer. Yes. I too have been messing with shader glass. Yes. It's an application that can make your monitor look like a CRT, and there's like 10,000 filters. It's beautiful. It's great. It's incredible. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Straight up. But Maxi, what about the internet, Maxi? The internet has been like 50-50, honestly. Kate says me and Maxi having too much stuff going on. So stuff that I had a bunch of real life stuff going on, so I've been incredibly busy. But you know, okay, you know what? I need to equate these, by the way, or quantify them. Let me just put, you know, oh, the one emoji I want to put in, it's not recognized, huh? Oh, these emojis look a little bit bad in dark light mode. Thumb down, please. That's better. That's better. You know, stuff that I'm not happy with. Bunch of real life stuff. And because I was drained, I'm doing like a draw my life, but it's emojify my life actually. I got very little time for work because I was so busy. Maxi, you spelled bussy. Shut up. Now things that are good in my life that happened since we last streamed. Things that are good. My wife is the best in the whole world. Did you know that? Did you know that my wife is the best actually? I am once again, but I had a little period where we had some insurance shenanigans that was very, very stressful. Insurance stuff got taken care of. Yay, holy crap. You know, it like the worst thing, but we're having real talk, by the way. We're having real talk. This is why the stream is not for children. When I say there's nothing more stressful than the following bit, I'm being facetious because a lot of my friends are going through very stressful stuff right now. But I am going to facetiously say there's nothing worse than having insurance problems at the end of the year when insurance signups are about to close and they don't make any exception for anything or anybody. So thankfully, we got it sorted out. It got sorted out. The other thing is that yesterday I had a symphony of the Wa with Nomia. I forced Nomia to sit down and play the first 2 hours of Symphony of the Night, and it was very good. Y'all were there. Y'all described it as Maxi autism hours, and it's true. It was very much me constantly being like, Nomia, you missed that bit, Nomia. Nomia, you missed that. Nomia, you missed that. Nomia, you missed the Korok seed. Thankfully, the number of hidden rooms decreases rapidly, so it thankfully won't be as bad. Kate says happy for you, thank you. And Dallas says honestly that's pretty bad. It's like 4 out of 10, where 10 is literally hell. Yeah. So that's pretty good. And you know, today, you know, actually yesterday, I started playing Hades again. I thought, you know what? I beat Symphony of the Night. I got 200.6%. Yes, that's a thing. Don't worry about it. And I've been playing Hades, and I don't know if you guys know this. It's crazy, but like, the game is good. Did y'all hear about Did y'all hear about this game called Hades? You know what? Nobody knows about it because I think it's pronounced Hades, actually. I think it's pronounced Hades. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Having a lot of fun. It scratches that old Binding of Isaac itch for me. Because I'm at a point where, like, I can get over the first level, but as soon as I make it to the second level, it's like it's over. I have no skill. I've never played a video game. I am a video game baby gamer. Just like my good friend Nomia Vikshi. Speaking of Nomia Vikshi, by the way, YouTube has a new system that allows you to essentially raid other streams, like on Twitch. They call it the redirect. So as soon as my stream is over, if you leave the browser open, you will be taken to Nomia's stream, which starts as soon as the stream ends. Nomia's playing Uma Musume. Apparently they're training a criminal. So, you know, standard Nomia normality stuff. Does that work on the YouTube app? It should. Like, if you're literally just in the YouTube app, just leave the stream open and you will be immediately redirected to Nomia's stream. So please look forward to that. But yeah, you know, I'm playing Hades, feeling like a total baby, but it's very fun. By the way, Lorenzo, you're gonna wanna go to, I'm gonna boot up Shader Glass so I can tell you. Go to Shader, Parameters, no, actually I lied. Go to Shader, choose from Library, and then set the pixel size to 1, otherwise you can't read shit. So again, it's Shader, choose from Library, set pixel size to 1, by the way. Also, if you want to make it full screen, the command is Control-Shift-G, by the way. Control-Shift-G makes it full screen. I was playing a little bit of Castlevania Symphony of the Night with the filter on. It's so good. Oh, it makes all the difference in the world. I almost thought of streaming this screen with the filter on. Can I show it on stream? It's so cool. It's so cool. Can I show it on stream? Do I even have it open? Can I show it on stream? Oh my god. It's so cool the way that it works. Now, Ronnie's not here today. What was Control-Shift-G to make it full screen. But let me show you what it looks like. Come on, and show it. And show it. There you go. Oh, look! Look, it looks so good! Ah! Guys, should I do the whole stream so it looks like this? Also, like, look, I put chat in there. Dude, y'all look like this. What if I did? What if I changed my whole? It's double controlling your end. Oh, okay. Dude, what if I did the whole stream with the VHS like aesthetic? Would that be good and or bad? I don't know. Dude, it looks so good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. Like, it's unreadable. It may be unreadable for the viewers at home. Or depending on the YouTube compression, it may be more readable now that I think about it. I don't know. I can't read Pomotroid on this little heading. This is the filter that Winnie loves too. Dude, this is so good. And I love that, like, if you make it full screen, it just you can click through it, by the way. Like, I'm literally controlling it while clicking through the screen. It's so good. Anyways, that's what you missed on Glee, by the way. If you would like a full CRT stream, do let me know. CRT gaming, CRT game design. Dude, I'm gonna use that thing to take screenshots for this game's rulebook, because I want it to look like an old, like, PS1 game guide. How do I get rid of the yellow line? Brother, that's on you. Kate says, Maxi, is it okay if I ping my promo thing? My promo thing? 1000% okay. Okay, Kate, 1000%. Put it in chat. Put it in chat. I'll tell people about it. By the way, my good friend Kate is going through some rough times. If you're looking for an artist to support and or commission art from, please consider reaching out to Cade on Coffee or on Blue Sky or whatever platform it is. You know what? I think it's because I don't have... Oh my god. Don't worry, I got you. Okay, thank you for posting the link. Yeah, the commands are being weird. I'm gonna... Before Monday's stream, I am going to fix all of my commands, because we're entering a new era of me streaming more than once every month. You know, I really want to do, you know, I'm doing 4 streams a week, which seems more than enough. 2 of those streams are of course on Nomia's end, but who cares? That's still a stream, brother. So I want to fix all my commands. I want to fix my layout. I want to check with Kitty. You know, I might actually put up a poll if people really do enjoy having the text box that mispronounces everything I say or misunderstands everything I say. Because if people don't care for it, I might just move it and redo the setup. I don't know, we'll see. Playing Hades had a great time. Had a great time. So I've been, you know. Now, Maxi, what about work, Maxi? Maxi, you've been talking about fun, but what about the work part of life, Maxi? The only part that matters. That emoji looks really good. So I have been working and brainstorming. I'm just gonna call it Vampy. I know Vampy is the nickname I had for Vampire Survivors, but Vampy is such a cute name. I'm just gonna call this game Vampy because it's just so cute. Dude, Cade, you should do that if you feel like it. I've been working on brainstorming Vampy. I also worked this morning as well. I have a bunch of ideas. It's been good. Slowly getting back on the horse, and by getting on the horse, I mean working on this project. I am the kind of try-hard piece of shit person who is constantly striving to make all of it happen, everything at once. And I'm trying my darnest to not do that. To change as a person. To transmogrify myself into someone who takes it nice and slow. Life is not a race. I'm not trying to go fast. I am just trying to enjoy the journey. I've tried for many years to go fast and it did not seem rewarding, so I'm trying something else entirely different. At the behest of my wife and my inner voice, I'm taking things nice and slow. That's why I've been giving you the update for the last 15 minutes. Now, is there anything else I need to cover? I don't think so. Evolve into slow, bro. GN, it's true. I am gonna evolve into slow, bro. But Maxi, you could become slow king. Nah. Now, see, if I evolve into slow, bro, I still have mega slow, bro as an option. You ever think about that, huh? You ever think about that? You ever think about me? Maybe I find this shell comforting, huh? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? I don't think so. How about Galarian slows? I could be a Galarian slows. Although the Galarian slows, aren't they like an... You know what? I don't know Pokemon lore anymore. I'm not gonna say anything. My mission for today is also to not get baited by chat. That's also my other mission for today, is to not get baited. I got baited last time by chat, and it ruined my day, so I am no longer... I hope you enjoyed the days of baiting me, because those days are behind us, fellas. I shall never again be baited by you guys. I'm gonna go shove this, like, far away. What if the bait is a tasty cheese? Cade, I do not care. I do not care what you put beneath that box. It may be a delicious piece of cheese, but I notice it's a box and a stick. I will not take it. Perhaps just a little taste. Perhaps just a little bite of cheese. Okay, so yesterday when we were playing Symphony of the Night, what size should I make you? Oh, you're huge, brother. You're huge. Brother, you're huge. Yesterday, you know what? How about I just walk away, yay. Yesterday when we were making, oh, by the way, I also made soup yesterday. I made a delicious veggie vegetable soup. The ingredients in it, it had carrots in it, celery, a whole onion, some garlic. Gotta have some garlic in there. It had some diced tomatoes in there. I used a tomato base, a mushroom base, a mushroom soup base, some vegetable stock. I cooked some orzo in it. Put some rosemary in that bitch, some oregano, some thyme. It was fresh rosemary, by the way, which I'm like, how good could fresh rosemary be? And turns out it was very good. It added a very nice herby flavor to it. And then once it was all done and complete, I wilted some spinach, and a whole bag of spinach into the soup. Fucking banger, brother. Fucking banger. Chippy says fresh herb hits different. Chippadee's 420 confirmed. Chippadee's 420 confirmed. The real herb hits different. That's right. Chippadee's is correct. The real herb hits different. Anyways, regarding cheese. Okay, yesterday we were playing Symphony of the Night with Nomia, and I thought we were gonna set Nomia's luck to 99 so Nomia could get some item drops. Instead, the cheat Nomia enabled set their luck to 999, which is definitely much higher than intended. Anyways, enemies were dropping items. Not as crazy as you would think, but they were dropping items. So, like, the Fleaman kept dropping cheese. And like, I remembered how in Symphony of the Night, the icon for cheese looks so good. And I'm like, in my head, I pictured, you know, Kate setting up the trap, the trap that's a box with a stick. And underneath was not a real piece of cheese, but in fact, the pixel sprite cheese from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That's where I am mentally, if anybody wants to, you know, if anybody's like, Maxi, where are you right now? I am near the clock room in Symphony of the Night, munching on some cheese. That's what I'm doing right now. Should I go get the link for that? You're all friends. You all know how to find Nomia's channel if you want to watch that. Alright, what else? And I think that's it. If you're new to the stream, Kid says, I wish I had some cheese. Someone moved my cheese? What? If you're new here, hello there. There's a timer on the top left corner of the screen. We use the Pomodoro method here. We're gonna do 25 minutes of focus, followed by 5 minutes of yapping / thinking about work. Oh, so many hearts. Kate says, I have like 0 food in the house right now. Why did this keep happening? Dude, every week, Kitty and I go grocery shopping. And by the next Saturday, it's all gone. What the hell? Dallas says, to be fair, planetary modeling is my Symphony of the Night. I do it when I'm stressed. It is funny because, like, I find Symphony of the Night, Soten, by the way, if you're nasty, Soten, I find it very comforting. It is not a difficult game. It is not a difficult game, and it has the added effect that, like, you know, once you make it to a certain part of the game, it essentially becomes one big victory lap, which no game has a victory lap like Soten. No other game has a victory lap like that. You know, like, it's crazy to think half the game is a victory lap, and I'm like, that's like, it really makes you feel like you're overpowered as hell. I need to play it. It's very good. I strongly suggest it. It's also not hard. It is not a hard game. If Nomiya Vikshi can play it, anyone can play it. Anyways, so welcome to Game Design Hours. I'm your host, I'm Kirin. My pronouns are they, them. If you don't respect them, I will destroy you. And yes, I do, the Castlevania autism is very strong. I have an Alucard button on the stream deck ready for whenever anybody says anything interesting.
I'm interested in this.
Anything that appeals to my interests, Alucard is ready to go. Maxi, you could put more Alucard related sounds in there. Oh, Cade, my hombre grande. Dude. Hold up, everyone stop. I have to I have to go check out. I have to go talk to my friend, my very very good friend, Luffy. Luffy the monkey. By the way, Plague thinks that Luffy's name is Luffy, THE monkey. Luffy the monkey, by the way. I would like the record to show that that's what Plague thinks Luffy's name is. Oh no, where did I leave Kate's chat? Oh no, that's crazy. I can't believe somebody just DM'd Kate. That's crazy. Anyways. Plague missing out on a big part of the One Piece lore by missing the D. There's a joke in here somewhere. There's a joke in here somewhere. Luffy the Monkey is a good band name. That is true. Do you think perhaps it could be up in the same vibes as No, I guess that's an album name actually. Because I was thinking of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And I'm like, it has a similar energy to it. So I'm gonna turn the timer on. We're gonna take it nice and slow. I got still half a cup of coffee. I have a whole thing of water. Remember to stay hydrated, by the way. Like, you know, I hate to be your mom, but like, freaking hydrate, brother slash little sister slash I was gonna say like a little brother GN, big sister GN. I don't know. There's a bit here somewhere, you know. Sibling? No. The bit that I was going with is that like certain gender terms, like what I'm getting at, and I'm gonna stop dabbling, is that I say brother in a gender neutral way. You know, like when I say brother, I don't mean hello. My sibling, which was assigned male at birth. Kun, it's at 1,000%. It's so true. That is 1,000% what I'm doing. Dallas is 1,000%. Yeah. Kate Kun. Kate Kun. Dallas Kun. I am 1,000% saying Kun. That's so true. Dude, I was gonna put Kitty on blast today. Because Kitty, sometimes Kitty, instead of saying I agree with you, Kitty just says aguri this, which is a stupid bit from anime / Love Live Superstar. There's a character who speaks in like one-off English words. And one of them is, instead of saying that she agrees, she says, aguri this. And I was gonna put Kitty on blast for that. Because Kitty sometimes hits me with the aguri this. And I'm like, weeb.
This is why I don't respect streamers.
I am 1,000% not using dono in a sentence. What do I look like to you? Do I look like I use the word thou in a sentence? Do I sound like I'm doing the voiceover for all the Elden Ring cinematic? Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing? This is exactly what making a game looks like, by the way. Yo, hi Ronnie! What do you mean your computer almost fried? Are you okay? Dallas says, Maxi, you got baited. I got baited. God damn it. I promised myself that I wouldn't get baited today, and I got baited by Kun. By Kun / Dono. You're so right. You're so right. You're so right. Darasu Dono. Darusa Dono. Darusa. Darasu. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Ronnie. Yeah, all power discharges. I know. Oh, that's like the worst. Yeah, I know me had one of those. Except the discharge was them unleashing a roundhouse kick on their computer tower. Maxi, why are you saying that about Nomia? I'm checking if Nomia is fucking lurking. That would make Nomia reveal themselves. 1000%. This is the equivalent of me walking into the bush in League of Legends. I'm like, is Nomia in this bush? Oh no! Ronnie says my computer sounded like when a fly hits those electric mosquito killers. Oh no! Well, I'm sending you good vibes. I hope you get your UPC soon. And yeah, definitely get a search protector as well. You know, make sure that everything's okay. Cause yeah, no, that's the worst. Dude, there's so many computer issues. Always. There's non-stop computer issues. There is a program that Windows keeps installing that prevents me from streaming. And every time the computer updates, I have to go and delete that program. Every single time, without question. And I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this, brother? Alright. We can keep messing around, but I want to turn on the timer so that I at least feel like I'm doing something. Haha, haha, haha. But yeah, Oh, Chippy. Is this getting baited? Is engaging with chat bait? Is engaging with chat being baited? Dude, every time Windows Update is like, we have added some more Copilot features, I have to double check that Copilot is in fact gone. Every time I'm like, is this fucking shit on? And I'm like, the computer goes, you don't have Copilot on. And I'm like, good. Get that shit out of here. I don't want to see it. Anyways, timer goes on in 3, 2, 1, go. Maxi, whatever happened to... I don't know the first line of Full House. Whatever happened to the news, the something? The TV, the Paperboy? Even on TV? No. Maxi, you grew up in the 90s. How do you not know the Full House theme? Well, I watched Full House before I knew English. So how could I... If Kendra were here, Kendra would have shared a link to the lyrics of the song, but it would instead contain a link to Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Oh, Ronnie says there's an excellent program you can use to disable pesky Windows features. I'll share it. Oh my god, hell yeah. Maxi switches to Arch when? Arch Linux sounds like the post-game boss of an RPG from the Sega Genesis. I'm thinking particularly an Atlas JRPG. Oh, you didn't beat you didn't defeat Arch Linux? Okay, then freaking you didn't even beat the game. That being said, like, I hate to say that, like, I don't really have a lot of interest in changing operating systems. Mostly because, like, you know, I need the shit for work. So, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, you know? If I didn't stream, I would 1000%. I would 1000% use, you know, I would be actively supporting a platform that didn't fucking suck. Ronnie says, the moment they release SteamOS to public, I'm switching to Linux. Hell yeah. That's a good attitude to have. Dude, maybe I will. Anyways, I'm getting baited. So welcome. What are we doing? What are we doing today? Today, we're working on my next TTRPG, which is a currently untitled Vampire Survival TTRPG. Oh my god. Literally, I start and immediately I'm like, I press live and the room is not hot. But as soon as I start streaming, the room gets hot. And I'm like, please let me just be in a temperature that allows me to be creative. So, last time we did a bit of world building. It was actually it may not have appeared like that, like it was an effective stream, but I ended up getting a lot of good information from it. I made a lot of progress in the world building of the setting, and it gave me a bunch of ideas. It was also a rough as hell stream. What's the core dice mechanic? I like that. I like Dallas. Wait, is this bait? Is this bait? Is Dallas asking me the core dice mechanic? Is this bait? I don't know if it is. I was actually about to talk about the core dice mechanic. So the big cells of the game are as follows. It is a quick to play, roguelike, inspired, storytelling, but also it is also absurd power levels, and also it's weird as fuck. I've taken the liberty to go through mechanics and systems in legacy board gaming. In a way, I feel like roguelike is a bit more of a better way to describe it. You know, because you're not actively like marking a map with stickers or anything like that, but you are making permanent progress on some unique characters. One of the aspects is that like, and I do want to say, if you would like to learn more about my upcoming projects as I am making them, I do produce update posts on my coffee, coffee.com/mkirin, where I talk about this process in more detail. But long story, incredibly short. I am actually thinking of playing some more V Rising running. As a matter of fact, you're not wrong. One of the big aspects is that there's been a lot of discourse on the TTRPG community, and I find it endlessly boring. I can't stand discourse. Now, when I say discourse, I don't mean X company sucks. And by X company, I mean Wizards of the Coast. That's not discourse. To me, discourse is people arguing about petty things. And I prefer, much like I prefer the same way with fiction, I prefer it when people are not actively trying to solve it. You know, the people I hated the most in writing class were the people who, quotation fingers, knew how stories should be, and any way that you did it that was wrong. I hated those people. I could not stand them. So likewise, I find myself in a bit of not true utter hatred. Of course, I'm being overly dramatic here. I'm throwing myself at my Victorian armchair, much like Dorian in The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, one of my favorite novels. Straight up anime, by the way. I'm being dramatic as I say that I prefer TTRPGs, much like fiction, when it's weird and strange and unbound by what people think it should be. Yeah, see. Dallas says, I can like GURPS and Fiasco. Take that, game designers. GP says, I still gotta pick up Dorian. Dorian is so good. It's straight up fucking yaoi. It's so fucking good. It's so stupid. Again, I read it in high school, and I'm in high school reading this book, and I'm like, this shit's fucking anime. This shit's fucking anime. It's the most anime it could be. So a lot of the aspects. Oh, but yeah, by the way, Dallas said, I can like GURPS and Fiasco. Take that, game designers. There's an awful lot of like, in reading and or following other development projects, there are people who are like, how can I make the game that I'm making accessible to the biggest audience, aka make it like D&D. That could not be any less interesting to me. So much like a person physically incapable of removing themselves from the scene, I decided I'm gonna take this energy that I feel, this passion that I feel about wanting things to not be normal, and channel it into this game. And I'm like, how can I make this game fucking weird? What mechanics from TTRPGs can I take and absolutely twist, invert, as one may invert the Christian cross to create the satanic cross? How can I... This is a reference to Castlevania, by the way. Fun fact. This is a reference to... I'm referencing Castlevania, I'm not... Whatever, it's fine. Anyways. Fuck it, D7 core mechanic? You are like this close. You are like this close, Dallas. So it's weird as fuck, okay? First and foremost, you don't make characters. You don't make characters. The characters are built in. Instead of you get to make whatever character you want, the game gives you a character and tells you, hey, this is this character's personality. Roleplay what you think they would do in this game. You unlock their past events as you play. You permanently upgrade their stats. Some of them are able to some of them have better stats than other characters. But another main mechanic about this game that is incredibly weird is that instead of playing for 3 years so that you have a character who's finally strong, over the course of each session you go from sucking to god level. Literally every single time you do the run, you become incredible. Dallas says Tokimeki 95 lessons and vibes. Okay, you have to understand. This is also bait, by the way, but it's fine. Much like how an author has recurring themes and elements they come back to, I have recurring themes and elements I've come back to. I love the concept of time in TTRPGs. That's why Iron Valley has time passes. Time passes is something only I would have come up with. Hence why this game also has a time mechanic. I love the idea of creating a mechanism for the time in the game. I love the idea that the game says, you are done playing me now. You are done, you can't, you are done playing me now. And I love that, So you go from sucking to god level. I don't want math in this game, I'm so sorry. This game features no math. The main dice mechanism does not involve adding or removing things. I'm tired of adding math. The best lie that Ironsworn ever told was making you think that adding to your action roll matters all the time. It actually doesn't matter all the time. One in five. There's a 1 in 5 chance that the roll in your action or that your stat bonus doesn't matter in Ironsworn. Why? Let me explain. In Ironsworn, your action roll is a d6 plus whatever your stat is. It's either 1, 2, or 3. You reference that against a d10. You have to exceed the value on the d10, which means that if you roll a 6 and you are using your best stat, a 3, your maximum roll for your action roll is a 9. A 9 does not, in fact, beat a 9 or a 10 on a d10, which means that 2 out of those 10 scenarios don't matter for math. This is the most incredible smart bit of trickery that Sean Tompkin did in Ironsworn, because it means that you roll all of the dice together, 2 challenge dice and 1 action die, and you can tell at a glance 1 out of every 5 times that you have fucked up. It's incredible. It's cinema. Those are my favorite rolls in Ironsworn. When you roll the dice and you go, I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 and 2 7s. There is no chance in hell that I am passing this check. I don't even have to bother doing math. I love that. My least favorite moments in TTRPGs are when you roll the dice and then you're like, wait, hold up, let me tabulate the math to see if I made it or not. You know? Boring. Don't like it. The main dice mechanic is quite simple. Each of your stats has a dice value to it. D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20 if you're insane. You roll them against the enemy's level. If it exceeds it, you get good stuff. If it fails to exceed it, you actually don't get bad stuff. We'll talk about that later. There is also, of course, because this is very much Metroidvania inspired, there's inventory management. There are items that provide you more dice. For instance, if you're fighting with weapons and your character is a weapons character, then you get to add whatever weapons you're using, and if those weapons have features that make them better for the fight, you roll more dice. More dice. And I know what some of you are thinking. Dallas, I know what some of you are thinking. Maxi, that means that the target numbers are gonna be low. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You're playing as vampires. You're playing as literally the fucking you're playing as the most powerful of all the monster species. This is a game about monsters. This is the Monster Mash. It was the Monsters Mash. The Monsters Mash. I'm going fast. I'm slowing down. We're going downhill. I'm cruising. I'm taking my foot off the accelerator. I am okay with having the enemy levels, aka the target numbers, be low. Because over the course of play, you're exploring a map. The rooms in this map have one of two, perhaps three events that there can be. And as you spread further away from the center of the map, the target numbers go higher. The faster you want to go, the harder things are gonna be. And I know what you're thinking, Maxi. If my weapon is a D6 weapon and the target number is 2, clearly I'm gonna hit it. Maybe. It's a 1 in 6 chance. Are you gonna make that gamble? I don't know. There's also other mechanisms that prevent you from always using the same move over and over and over. I fucking despise that. I hate the idea of this character does one thing and one thing only. That's true. I almost thought of doing something like Dagger Heart. I very much enjoy the Dagger Heart hope and fear mechanism. I think it's fun. Aside from being incredibly busy, one of the reasons why I haven't been super hot on preparing for Dagger Heart, and again, I do want to do a campaign with Dagger Heart with my friends. I really do. But I keep thinking about the armor mechanism and / the HP mechanism, and I already know it's gonna be it's a little bit too much obfuscation. But anyway, this is not a review of Dagger Heart, okay? It's perfectly fine to play. It's just as a designer, I don't like it, but whatever, it's fine. I like the hope and fear dice. I think they're fun. It didn't seem right for this game. I want you to just grab your dice and just throw your goddamn dice, and if it exceeds the number, you're fucking good. Moving on, next event, next challenge. That's the goal. So another additional thing that is also weird as fuck in this game is that this game effectively, like, I don't want to call them moves because then people come with expectations, but let's just say for now that each playable character has a set of stances, ways they can go about tackling their problems. Whenever you face a struggle or a challenge in a room, you're asked, how do you solve this problem? And the thing that's unique about the game that makes it weird, and I very much enjoy designing it as well, is that each character essentially has 3 wholly unique approaches to playing the game. Some characters lean more on the transformative aspect of vampires. Some of them, take on bestial forms to solve their problems. Some, like the starting character, solve their problems mostly by just straight up swinging a weapon at it. I feel like that's a pretty good character for people to start out with. There's, of course, there's a starter character who solves the problem by literally recruiting minions and throwing those minions at all their problems. So I want to encourage players to come up with creative solutions to the problems around them. If, for instance, one of the events says that you arrive upon a room with a huge gap in the center of it, how do you cross that gap? I love the idea of perhaps the minion-based character saying, I have my skeletons form a bridge and I walk across it, I like the idea of giving players chances to make fun, ridiculous, exciting things happen. That's fun for me. So for me, the design process has been a lot less coming up with rigid resolution mechanics and more so coming up with interesting scenarios and allowing the players to come up with their own solutions for the problems. I feel like that's always more interesting. You know, like the player that comes to mind for me always is my brother Plaguesworth. Plague is the most creative guy that I've ever had the pleasure to play a TTRPG with, which makes him a nightmare to design for. But man, it's so much more fun. It's so much more fun than like, okay, it's my turn. What can I do? You know, and you know, in the TTRPGs that I find the most boring, read D&D, it really is like my character can only do one thing. So every time I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do my one thing, and that's literally all you do. And it leaves me wanting so much. So instead of, you know, each character does one thing, and they suck at everything else, what if you had multiple things you were very good at? You're still lacking aspects, you know? The starting character has no access to magic whatsoever. They can't solve problems using magic. And their transformation actually kind of sucks ass. So you have to figure out how to make that work. Each character comes with a unique, like, passive effect. A unique, what's the word that I'm using for it? Refrain. When you lose lives, there's no HP in this game. There's lives. Like it's like an old school arcade game. Why? Because it's weird and it's the thing. It's fun. I'm this close. I'm holding my index finger and my thumb close enough that they're almost touching. I am this close from adding score as a counter in the game. And the score is increased by picking up literally loot throughout this. I am this close to adding score like it's a goddamn arcade game from 1988, okay? I am this close. Don't tempt me. I will add it. There are lives, not HP. Replace EXP with score. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I am legitimately thinking about it. I actually, Lorenzo? I'm gonna put this idea that Lorenzo just gave me over in a corner. Cause I'm like, what if you could spend score to gain levels? I actually kind of like that. And then at the end of the run, yo, hi Alice, hello, how you doing?
Welcome back.
And then like the amount of permanent currency you get is based on your score. So if you decide to level up, you're more likely to complete the run, but you get less currency. I feel like that's actually kind of interesting. Dallas says, I'm thinking of the fairly obscure zine game Dungeon Hero. Ooh, do you recommend that I look into it to see how that works? I very much love doing research. I'm thinking of going to my this is not bait. I am severely thinking of checking my local bookshop, see if they have a copy of the Ars Goetia. Winnie made me fried rice, dead. Dude, Winnie, goated girlfriend, goated, 1000%. Dude, I wish my girlfriend made me fried rice. It's tiny, so probably it's free. Okay. Dungeon Hero, scene, TTRPG, Dungeon Hero. Thank you. I'll look into it. I do want to make it clear, by the way. And the following is going to be overtly serious, but I have to say it because that's what my heart tells me. I have come to a point in my life where I am too old to waste people's times. If I ask for recommendations, I do check them out. I do check them out. I don't have time in my life to bullshit people. I remember Dallas recommended me a mission add-on for Cyborg that I ended up purchasing and downloading to research as well. So like I really do appreciate the recommendations. You know, like I am straight up. I'm going to my local bookshop to look for a copy of the demonology book, the Ars Goetia. Goetia? There's like fucking 5 books, brother. I'm gonna walk into the spirituality section and I'm gonna be like, you got any books on demons? You got any books on summoning demons here? Hey, Rochelle, you got any books featuring this guy? And it's a picture of the boer. It's a lion face with 5 legs around it. I'm like, you got a photo of this guy? You got anything with this guy on it? And it's the Carabia? Hold up. The Carabia SMT. This is I'm baiting Lorenzo, by the way. This is me baiting Lorenzo. You know, I walk into the bookshop and I'm like, hey, you got anything with this guy in it? You got any books with this guy? Lorenzo says there are demonology books on the Internet Archive. I want to have it physically. The one thing you need to know about me is that I'm gonna have him do a little dance, by the way. Fun fact, this is what Kendra looks like in real life, by the way. You know, Kendra sends me a photo and they're like, it's like, I don't know, guy. You know, I didn't have time to put on a cute outfit, and then I'm like, Kendra looks like this. I want to have it physically because you may not believe this, but I do all of my work at this computer, and I very much enjoy spending less time on the goddamn computer. So having a physical book that I can just look at while I'm waiting for the air fryer to heat up, while I'm waiting for water to boil, while I'm standing outside catching some sunlight, because otherwise I would spend my entire days indoors. Yo, hi Cozy, how you doing? Hello, hello.
Welcome back.
You know, when I say there are no men left in the city, I mean there's nobody who looks like this. All right, is the Decorabia even from the Goetia? I don't even know that it is. Also, by the way, I did a bunch of research into the Goetia. The guys in it, they aren't even demons, brother. They're fallen angels. What the hell? Where do I get the real freaks at? Anyways, we're on break, by the way. I'm gonna get up and stretch as soon as I Google where the hell the Carabia is from. Appearances, history, gallery, trivia. The appearance of the Carabia is strongly reminiscent of a Peirans, a race of aliens seen in the 1956 film A Warning from Space. Yo, see you later, Kate. Kate's gonna head out. No worries, they care. Love you, friendo. Bye-bye. Yo, Kate's the best. Don't forget, by the way, to check out Kate's coffee. Let me go find that again before Kate heads out. I knew I would find it. Copy. Copy link, please, and paste that. Please consider supporting my good friend Cade. Commission them to make art for your game, for your project, for your anything, okay? Okay, and now I'm going on break. Alright, so now time to talk about stuff that is not work related. I'm up on my feet, I'm stretching. I hope you're stretching as well. Okay. Maxi, what's happening today, Maxi? What's going on in your life? I am gonna go hang out with my good friend Plaguesworth. Plague's birthday was a couple days ago, and we have not celebrated it, so we're gonna go take him out. Maybe we'll go out to eat. We're definitely gonna grab food. Are we gonna watch a movie? I don't know. It's really all up in the air. Plague, much like me, is terrible at doing anything for his birthday. So I'm gonna have to force him. I'm gonna have to, like, you know, I'm holding a gun to his face and I'm like, you know, what you wanna do, birthday boy? Holds gun. Holds gun. Summons the Carabia. Happy birthday to Plague. Thank you. He'll appreciate the wishes. Other than that, next week, by the way, streams for next week. I'm gonna do another work stream on Monday, most likely. And then on Thursday or I think it's Wednesday. On Wednesday, I am doing a stream on Wednesday. I know it's Christmas Eve, it's the 24th. I'm gonna do a short anniversary / holiday stream. Kitty and Kitty's gonna be on stream, and we're gonna do the Game Awards, the real Game Awards. We're gonna give awards to the games that came out / we played this year. So please look forward to that. It's gonna be a shorter stream, I think 2 hours. Just a nice little thing to wrap up, you know, the year. Oh, the year, quotation fingers, there will be more streams. There will be more streams, but you know, that's really the only slot I have for holiday stuff / anniversary. So that's gonna be next Wednesday. Lorenzo says, does the real Game Awards have Super Mario Buys Bread, aka the game Lorenzo made? This is bait, by the way. Yeah, no, hey Lorenzo, yeah, I can definitely add it on to the Game Awards. But much like the real Game Awards, could you please give me a big bag of money? You know, I'm following on the steps of my favorite hero, Jeff Keighley, and I'm asking, you know, are you able to give me a 7-figure pay so I can feature you next to Black Ops 2, 7, whatever we're at? And yeah, I'm just, you know, we're just being honest here, you know, and you know, give me a bag with 7. I need 7 digits, okay? You know, everyone else out there is like, you can't buy this award. You can buy my awards, okay? That's a lot of Chuck E. Cheese tokens, yeah. But yeah, what else? I'm gonna look for a physical copy of the Goetia. There's a particular element of the Goetia, which is that all of the goddamn demons in it have rankings, you know? Like there's a hierarchy of like this guy responds to this guy that I wanna have appear in here, in Untitled Vampire Survival or TTRPG, also known as Vampy. I love the idea. It makes the world just feel bigger. We talked about this on Monday. But I just love the idea that, like, you know, a character walks in and they're like, yeah, I work for blank and blank. And you're like, blank and blank? I beat them 2 levels ago. You know? Anyways. I just think it's funny. I'm envisioning a world where all the monsters from folklore are real. And they hang out. Maxi, don't you mean Monster Prom? Yeah, I'm thinking of Monster Prom, but more cunty. And also, it's Castlevania. You know how the original Castlevania was like inspired by classical horror movies, the dark universe, as one might say. You know, Bela Lugosi's Dracula, the guy who played Frankenstein and the Mummy, Louis Karloff. You thought I wouldn't get it? I know that the auto prediction says Louis Karloff. Is Karloff. Yeah, I remember him. You thought I wouldn't. You thought I don't know anything. But I do know. Oh, is it Boris Karloff? Okay, it's definitely Boris then, yeah. That seems more right. I'm not gonna look it up because we have work to do. So the game is weird as hell. So the one thing that I want to do today, now that I'm done talking, by the way, I would like. By the way, I'm gonna make a little Decarabia's good idea corner. By the way, holy crap! Is that Nomia Vikshi from YouTube.com/Nomia Vikshi? Wow, hello.
Hey, bud.
Wow, holy crap, everyone, it's Nomia! Holy crap. Also, by the way, I realized that I did the entirety of the Here's What You Missed on Glee segment, and I didn't play this sound.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh!
This is why I can't be trusted with anything, brother. I could have had that be the bit, and I didn't do it. So yeah, over here, by the way, we're gonna call this the Carabia's Good Idea Corner. This is where all the good ideas that the Carabia himself has bestowed upon us, and this one is right here, one of them. You know, Lorenzo, if Nomiya didn't see it, I saw it. Nomiya says, for some reason, when I typed meow, my phone suggested the cow emoji. Yeah, see, this is why I don't think AI is gonna take over anytime soon. So what are we doing today, by the way? Other than go slow. I'm gonna go real slow, like the main character of Nomiya's comic, Wallace, actually. You know, I know Nomiya's gonna lie to you and tell you that the story is actually about Jane, but actually the main character is Wallace, actually. Fun fact. So, stuff we're doing today. I would like to brainstorm a little bit. It's a time for me to tell you the first character's name. It's a really good name, by the way. It's a really good name. It's stupid. The first vampire, actually not the first. So the first vampire you play as has two unique. Okay. So each character has. That's a really fast snail. Each character you can play as has the following traits. Passive that affects gameplay. Refrain ability that gives them something when they lose a life. My big thing, by the way, is that I don't want people to just assume that life is just another word for HP. It is not. Losing a life, your character literally perishes, and every character has a refrain ability that gives you something when you die. This in turn makes lives a resource. The refrain for the main character, for the first character, the refrain for the first character, I'm thinking I want to make it a really easy refrain to understand. Let's just call her Joe for now. Joe's refrain straight up gives her kill exp, as in, or I'll just call it skill for now. Skill exp. Can you collect and hoard extra lives? You know it. You know, if we scroll over here to the Carabia's Good Idea corner, Lorenzo suggested, what if score could what if we replaced experience with score? I'm like, well, what if we use score as a mechanic where the player can buy things for score? Like, you know, what if you could just buy level ups from score, and likewise, what if you could just buy lives with score? I like that. Nah, you don't lose your money. I want. So, every roguelike has a learning system to it. You know, like, you get used to the mechanics of the game and learning the unique what's the word I'm looking for? The things that make it special. Okay, listen. Intricacies. That is not a word that's coming to mind. So, to me, the learning lesson in this game, one of the learning lessons, is that losing lives is not a bad thing. Because the only thing you need in order to complete a run is to have at least one life. And if losing lives reward you with things like experience, then why not willingly lose lives? So you power yourself up. This is similar to the little twist, the little gameplay twist in The Binding of Isaac, where the game lets you give up permanent health in order to gain powerful items. You're like, oh no, I've given up my hearts for a cool weapon. And yeah, cool weapon that beats the game for you. Of course. Atlas says, I don't know anything about games, but I enjoy the streams a lot. These steams? Steamed hams? Just like the steamed hams we're having today. I like designing things, and I'm happy you enjoy just the creative vibes. I talk about them all the time, okay? It's the creative vibes. Oh, Nomia, did you get my DM, by the way? Nomia did not get my DM. Okay, perfect. I can tell because Nomia did not reply to it. By the way, Nomia, you said that in order to do the redirect / stream raid, you had to accept something in your settings. I didn't do that, and I could still link to you. Lorenzo asks, how would a TTRPG pen and paper game work on a Steam platform? That's the funny thing, it doesn't. That's why I sell on itch.io / itch.io / drive-thru RPG. There are storefronts for these games. That's interesting. Anyways, once the stream wraps up in an hour and 51 minutes, stay tuned for Nomiya's Uma Musume stream. Okay, Dale is referencing the Simpsons meme of steamed hams, which I was referencing as well. So each character has a passive that affects gameplay, a refrain ability that gives them something when they lose a life, aka a good thing that good players will do, aka a smart thing to do if you are smart. They also come with 3 unique stances or approaches to solving problems in their escape out of the mansion. You know, I don't know if I watched that meme in Spanish. I'm gonna have to look it up so I can start referencing it in Spanish. I wonder how the joke works in Spanish. Because there are layers to the stupidity of steamed hams in English. I wonder how that gets changed in Spanish. Interesting. 3 stances. Each stance has a unique resolution mechanism, aka half of the reward from completing a challenge comes from the approach. So what I mean by that is that instead of you pick the skill, so in TTRPGs, usually when asked to roll, most players just pick whatever has the highest modifier, because failure is bad, so they want to minimize failure. In this game, we're doing 2 little twists. Okay, number 1 is that the game, you will be asked to pick one of your 3 stances to solve the problem, and sure, some of them will have bigger dice than others to start with, or as you develop your build, you will have different stats. Sure. But because each stance defines how you're rewarded, there's a little bit of a tear in there. There's a tear in there. There's a give and a pull. For instance, you know, I can tell you right now that Joe's stance, which let's just call it kill them all, which uses the skill stat, rewards Joe with blood experience if the enemy is alive. Essentially, if she's bloodied by the experience of killing her foes, she gains experience for the blood skill, which is the skill required for spellcasting. I know what you're thinking, but Maxi, you said that she sucks at spellcasting. Yeah, I did. If only there was something you could do with all that blood. Maxi, this is the part of the stream where you reference the secret track in Welcome to the Black Parade by MCR. Blood, buckets of the stuff. I gave you all that you could need, and you could never need enough. So give them blood. Maxi, is that bait? That is Mary bait. That's the chick if Mary's watching. That is 1000% Mary bait. Me and Mary shaking hands about how much we love MCR. So there's a give and take, right? There's a give and take where perhaps you may have a stance or approach. Chippy says, Mary baiting my girlfriend into being my wife. There is a give and a take with the stances. Sometimes your best stance might not be the most optimal. So you have to choose between success or optimal rewards. By the way, not unlike picking items, not unlike choosing what weapons / passives to pick in Vampire Survivors. That's right. The inspiration nears its head yet again. You know, sometimes you're like, I'm going for this build, but this passive is good enough for me to carry. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna adapt my build. This little seam, you know? This tear in the choice process. This is what I'm looking for. You know, this is immediately a lot more interesting than, well, I'm a strength build, so I'm gonna roll strength. Nomiya says, are you telling me this game is inspired by Vampire Survivors? Absolutely not. This game features no Vampire Survivor references or allusions, much like Vampire Survivors is a wholly original game with no references or allusions to anything else. So, Joel's 3 stances are freaking kill everything, change form, and leave it to luck. I am exclusively adding leaving it to luck to Joe. So if you're ever as a beginner character, to me it makes sense that if you're ever in a situation where you don't know which to use this one. It sucks. Leave it to luck, where you roll plus luck, by the way. Yes, there's a stat named luck in the game because I am crazy. Change form, of course, relates to transformation, one of the other stats. By having each character, you only use 3 out of the 5 stats. To me, at least, it constantly leaves you wondering as the player what a character that can use another stat would do, or, you know, to me, to me, at least from my personal experience as a game designer / player, I very much love making a character that's good at one or two things, as opposed to trying to be able to do everything. I find jacks of all trades to be incredibly boring to design, to play, and to be at the table with. I find it boring. I would very much rather be the person who's good at one thing. So Zhou kills everything. Uses weapons. Is able to equip animal forms. And Zhou begins with a form of rat. This is not Nomia Vate. I thought about this before, by the way. Starts with a shitty ass D4 dagger, which means that when you use a dagger, you roll a D4. Form of rat, which is a shitty D4, and has the tags sneak and hide. And that was me, by the way. Sorry, I was uninstalling the keylogger I installed last time we were watching. And it starts and Zhou starts with absolutely no, like, there's nothing else to Zhou's luck ability, but Zhou, like other characters, can discard / toss items with the lucky tag to add their dice value. Maxi, do you have a reference sheet on the Discord? Don't talk to me about the reference sheet. I've been meaning to put up a reference sheet for literally a year, but I had a hellish 2025. You know, add me on the Discord and maybe I will add something on there. I've had a hellish year, brother. You don't even know. So I want to just make like quick little cards for how I envision the mechanism to look, and then I want to envision some challenges to see how it would work. See you later, Lorenzo. Take care. Okay. So it's a stance. Maxi, why do you visualize everything as goddamn trading cards? It's because it's all that I know, okay? Everything in my head looks like trading cards. Maxi, are you gonna sell this game in the form of cards? Will this look like the assets? Maxi, are you just making assets from Ironsworn all over again, Maxi? Listen. Everything is normal. Everything is normal on stream. Maxi, can you go to the nether real quick? I need armor. Oh my god. Every single time. Nomia says I'm catching strays for no reason. No, there's reasons. Okay, kill them all. It's a stance. What's your political stance? Zhou is skilled with all weapons. Weapons. She may add up to 2 hands worth of. Let me actually trim this. Again, this is not final, by the way. This is all just very, very rough. Bait. I'm being baited. Zhou is skilled with all weapons. She may add up to 2 hands worth of weapons to this stance. Is this how I really want it to look? Listen. This is the worst part about game design, is having to make placeholder shit like this. It's a valid question. I don't think I have a centrist character. Also, you're coming into the stream an hour and a half in. We have a bit going about how my mission for today is to not get baited by chat. So far, I think I've done a pretty good job of not getting baited. I wonder if, because I'm trying to visualize the way that it looks like in my head, and I envision like a title. I envision like what the stance is. I guess it could be somewhere else. It doesn't matter. A brief description. I wonder if the equipment for this. I guess it wouldn't be attached to the equipment, because the way that I envision equipment is that like they're all like tall boxes. Nomia, I am putting you inside the t-shirt cannon, Nomia Victor. Nomia, you're being put inside the t-shirt cannon. One-handed, and your D4 cut. I don't know. So the way that I want the inventory to work to make playing a lot easier for the player, namely the player, is that I mean it could literally just like fucking be this, you know. Could even be this, I guess. Little star cut. Okay. Essentially, what the syntax here, by the way, is that, you know, this weapon adds this is its die value or whatever. Whenever Jo uses the stance kill them all, she can use up to 2 hands worth of weapons. The dagger, of course, is a one-handed weapon, as it says right here, one hand. So, you know, she would take her skill attribute, previously called kill. I don't know if I'm gonna call it kill still. We'll get there, don't worry about it. Skill and kill, skill and still rhyme, by the way. And if the enemy happens to be weak to any of the unique properties of the weapon, such as the dagger having the cut attribute, you get to add the weapon die again. So in this case, you know, let's say for instance, I'm gonna just grab you. I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna make you a gray background, and we're gonna make you. You're gonna be D4 skill. You have your D4 skill at skilling. Can I make you? Oh, I was hoping that would make you bigger. Okay, hold up. Maxi, it doesn't look good. I know. It don't look good. That's why I'm fixing it. Because I'm designing this game to be kind of essentially a roguelike. And a roguelike in pen and paper implies the necessity to write things over and over. I want to make the writing of things to be very easy. I want the syntax to be very easy. If you had to rewrite every single Magic the Gathering card every time you get one, that game would never take off. So essentially, you know, when you use this guy, you get a D4 for for your skill, and then you grab 2 weapons worth of die, and you fucking roll that shit. You roll that shit. As you level up your skills, the die goes up. And I don't know if Dallas is still around. The reason why I said you were close, Dallas, is because people familiar with Dungeon Crawl classics will recognize that increasing the die size is similar to the dice chain in those games. I have no interest in using the funny die sizes of Dungeon Crawl Classics. Dungeon Crawl has D2s, D3s, D4s, D5s, D6s, D7s, D8s, D9s, D10s. And that's a little silly. I really have no interest in it. I don't feel like it makes the math particularly more interesting. I think it's much more impactful to start with a D4 skill and level it up to a D12 skill, perhaps. I think that's inherently more interesting than having to do the math. D7s are just annoying, the rest are okay. Nomia, I'm putting you, Nomia, I'm loading you into the t-shirt cannon for breaking the rule about mentioning other YouTubers, Nomia Victory. How did you know that I don't hate Vsauce? Maxi, do you hate Vsauce? Maybe. Who are they again? Hey fellas, I'm stretching and I'm up on my feet. I strongly suggest that you join me as well in stretching. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing a rule crunch. By the way, we have quite a bit of rules. So I kind of want to crunch the rules to make the parsing of them a little bit faster. Dale just knew. Yeah, we're updating it. I think 9 rules is a little bit too many rules. Especially because a lot of them are just read the room, don't kill the vibe kind of stuff. So, you know. And some of those things really haven't come up. You know, like the joke about rule 5 is that, like, you know, the true intention is for someone to come in and be like, hey, did you hear about conservative podcaster blank blank blank? And I'm like, that is definitely not the vibe of the stream. Read the room. Cheapy says Maxi's gonna be a hater for the bit. I mean, Kate said I just love being a hater, you know? You know, that's what people said when I reviewed anime, and they said, yo, you just hate anime. And the thing is, of course I hate anime. I was watching every anime coming out. How do you do that and not hate anime? I think it is physically impossible to watch that much anime and not hate the medium. There is some god-awful anime that lives in the back of my head that nobody else remembers. Maybe I am a hater. I'm still mad about American Horror Story. That show is ass. That show is ass, but because there's so much of it, and it looks visually appealing on a poster, people go, well, it can't be that bad. It is! Ryan Murphy's a hack! Anyways, I'm gonna blow my nose. And we still have 2 minutes of break, so if you have a question to ask me, I don't know, ask me a question, I don't know. I'm not your mom. And I nearly forgot to unmute. What else? Oh shit, I got messages. Cozy says, Ryan Murphy burned me out too many times with Glee. Oh, Glee is also so bad. See, oh, but if I stood on this stage and I told you that Glee was bad, no one would call me a hater. That show sucked. That show was bad for minute 1. There wasn't a time when that show wasn't freaking terrible. Now I'm gonna break the camera for a second while I check my messages. Dude, I get to hang out with my bro today. Let's go. Chippy, thank you for the quote of the day, by the way. Chippy says, hating Glee is the natural state of having watched Glee. It's so true. And to anyone out there who doth protest, Glee was not that bad. May I point you towards evidence number 1. Glee covering Gangnam Style. It was absolutely, incredibly, so fucking bad. Now, I feel like the only way to make this game truly loyal and to really honor the memory of Castlevania, I feel like you should have to equip the turkey in your hands before you can eat it. I feel like it's the only way to really make it, like, you know, really, like, you know, honor, you know, the legacy of Castlevania. You know, if you want to eat the food to restore lives, you have to equip the turkey. I feel like it's the only way. Do not equip the turkey! Bait it, bait it. Get goddamn eviction. You activated my trap card. So that's kill them all with stands. Oh, I forgot that that stands is supposed to have the resolution in there too. Fuck. Okay, first off, delete you. Delete you, the song that I wrote for CeeLo Green, but he said it was too close to a song he had already written. Come on. How many love songs? How many? Oh yeah. It was too similar to a song he already did. All songs are the same, man. Okay? All songs are about partying or being in love. And you're like, Maxi, there are also songs about breakups. Actually, songs about breakup are still about songs about love. Get God bozo. There's only 2 types of songs: love songs and songs about partying. Let's see. Okay, so let's go over here and back to actually, like, locking in. Exceed being the tag for when you overcome the adversity. Dallas is also songs about Gandalf if you're into prog rock. Oh man, I'm being baited. Chiki says, which genre of song does my BGM for the Jack-O-Lantern Village go? I agree. I think Jack-O-Lanterns can experience love. Exceed. If foe was had alive or living, gain their level in blood XP. It's really funny because originally I wanted there to be like rules for, like, if you fail using a skill or a stance. Oh my god, there's someone here? Is the police?
It's the police.
Yo, it's my wife. My wife's here. Hello, Kitty. Hey, Kitty, you want to talk through my mouth, Kitty?
I can't.
You want to talk through my mouth?
Yeah.
That was pretty close, actually.
Hello, I'm sick. Hold on, it's not even tracking me. Yeah, that's because I'm leaning over like this.
Lean towards the camera.
It's hard. I'm not in a good position.
Okay. How about I help you, okay?
Wow. I'm still just looking down. Wow. Wow, hello.
Move the face. Come on.
No, it's not working.
There you go. Come on, you need to practice being a VTuber.
It's very hard, okay? I'm sick. Do you know how sick I am? I'm so sick I forgot my phone. We had to go back to work.
You came back?
No, I went to work.
Oh, you came back and then went back to work?
Yeah, because I forgot my phone.
You forgot your phone?
Yeah, that's how sick I am. Anyway, everything's fine.
Everything's normal.
Wait. A special guest? Oh, he doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh, he doesn't want to be on camera? He doesn't want to get into my Toyota Camry? Chippy says, hi, kitty. Chippy actually said, kitty, kitty, hi, kitty. They all said hi. Nomia says, it's Kitty in a sexy police costume.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a horribly dirty joke in there.
What?
You know, it's like, you know, what do you call it? Oh, wait, Yanto? Yanto, hello, Yanto. Would you like to please say something, Yanto? Address the audience, Yanto? Yanto?
I know, I will feed you. Can you say
Yanto?
hi?
Yanto? I will move the mic arm until it's on your face.
Hello, sir? He does not want to talk.
Yanto!
He does not want to talk.
Stop pleading the fifth, son!
No, always plead
Okay,
the fifth.
alright, okay, that's enough, that's enough.
Taught him well.
Alright. Kitty turned into Owen Wilson? Wow. I don't want to say it out loud, so I'm gonna write it out. I'm gonna write it. That's the. I can't say this. I can't say this joke. I'm sorry. I can't say that joke. I can't say it. I can't say it. It's funny on 2 levels. It's at least 2 levels. It's funny on at least 2 levels, and that's way more dimension than my comedy normally has. 90% of my comedy is going, you said what? Whenever someone says the word come. Nomia says, I would say it in my stream in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Well, we're not the same, you and I. By the way, when I was typing the Blue Sky post for today's stream, I almost typed something about how I am the Joker of game design, and I don't really know what I meant by it. I was kind of being possessed by the spirit of chaos, I think. Yeah, you know, Cade is gone, but I very much like chaos in Hades. I very much enjoy chaos. I know Cade did art of chaos, by the way. Go to Blue Sky, charliearlette.bluesky.com. Yo, it's Bright! Yo, hi, Bright!
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Dude! Bright asking all the big questions, by the way. Are they wearing a sexy police outfit because they're also an actual police officer? And that's just the uniform? To catch, you know, lemon stealers. Yeah. Nomia says, you were that Joker. It's true. I am the Joker. I'm the Joker of game design. How you doing, Bright? So nice to see ya. Let me catch a sip of water. Maxi, you have a text box that says kill them all. Why not just make the dirty joke instead? Well, because you can't always get what you want. On this one, can you just ungroup all of you? It's all of you just ungroup, brother. Just ungroup selection. Oh, I appreciate the kind words. This is not stylish. This is this is what my brain looks like. This is the inside of my brain. This is what it looks like inside of my brain. So the other one is change form. The Karabi is here to help. He just came to help out. He's got this game design flute passed down from his ancestors. Maxi, what are you referencing, Maxi? You're a star. Aww. Show changes form to adapt, even if they are not the best at it. They can still inhabit the transient nature of the vampire. I don't know what changing form exceeding does, by the way. I have no fucking idea. Perhaps as an aspect of the vampire, just, you know, gain score. I don't know. I love the idea of putting score in there. I love the idea of adding super gamified concepts into a game where you get to tell the story. I really like it. It reminds me a little bit, like, it's kind of like going back full circle, right? Like, no matter what you do, everything's gonna evolve into a crab or a lobster. Because a lot of old TTRPGs, namely, you know, the first versions of Dungeons and Dragons, gold was essentially experience. So getting leveling up was all about just gathering loot. And I love the idea of, like, looping back to a concept like that from a different angle, you know? You get items, you complete stuff, you gain score, you spend that score to level up. I like that. I like that. It's gamey. It's gamey in a way that, like, I'm enjoying. This is trans, by the way. The skill for transforming is trans, by the way. Also, Jo starts with a D4 form of rat, by the way. The form of rat has sneak and hide. Has sneak and hide as 2 skills. Maxi, why didn't you give Jo form of bat? And that's because I wanna imply through the story that Jo, should I just finally have the more I delay showing the name, the more I'm like building it up. Jo put all of her eggs in the basket of learning how to kill people. Mostly because Jo is here to ease players who are used to TTRPGs being entirely around killing people, easing your learning process. So here you have a character who is entirely too good at killing things. How do you when you are a hammer? How do you fix a marriage? That's right. Put that quote in front of the Crab Nebula. So I find that enjoyable, and you know, in the lore that you get regarding Jo, you will learn that Jo's other skills are very much lacking in that regard. You will meet characters who have dedicated themselves to more than one particular thing, for better and for worse. Maxi, didn't you say earlier that you love a character who specializes in one thing? Then why does it feel like you're punishing Jo for doing that? Because life is not fair. Have you stopped to consider that life is not fair? People are complex. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. The other stance that Jo has is leave it to luck, which is just straight up, just, you know, charge in, leaving it all to chance, to the whims of fate. That's the word I was looking for earlier today when I was working. And I legitimately think that succeeding with score just gains luck. Lorenzo says, Maxi, have a horrific idea. 25 cents in order to continue when you lose all your lives? No. Because you see, the gameplay loop in this game is you attempt to escape the the eclipse, where everyone is trapped inside of. Every night at midnight, the world resets and everybody comes back. Everybody finds themselves back at the center of the mansion. It is not a true time loop in that things reset. Everyone remembers what happened. It's just that memory is retained, but everyone returns to the same place, and all the things that they gained and or lost return to them. The eclipse was created by the greatest of all monster hunters / vampire hunters, so that they could have a perpetual night of the hunt. Could this possibly be a reference to Bloodbairn? Bloodbairn? Please look forward to me playing Bloodbairn. Bloodbairn. Kitty off screen? Kitty off screen? That's kind of vampires. It is! There is... Spoilers, there's vampires, by the way.
Is that way the blood is born?
Yeah. Kitty says, what was the Simpsons arcade game that cost 40 quarters to play and you had to insert the quarters individually in each play session? Lasted 5 seconds because you died in one hit? It might be the Simpsons arcade game. Johnny B. Jones? Okay, not her. No, it's not Johnny B. Jones. You called me Kitty again? Shut the f... Are you sure? Are you sure I said Kitty? Kitty, did I say Kitty?
Yeah.
Did I refer to knowing me as Kitty?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I didn't do that.
Okay.
No, I was stupider than that. Shut up, Nomiya Vikshay. I will put you in the t-shirt cannon. Next time we play Symphony of the Night and there's a hidden wall, I am not gonna tell you about the hidden wall, okay? Straight up gaslighting your wife? No, you misunderstand me. I am not gaslighting anybody. I am straight up changing history. You know, I really hope that when the day comes, when the day does what? I really hope that when somebody watches these streams because they like my games and they think I'm cool and interesting, I really hope that they realize how stupid I am and they go, wow, they're just like me. Chippy says, can you tell me about the hidden wall? Oh, 100%, Chippy. 100%. Truly... it's not meant to be a burn. It's not meant to be a burn, but it feels like a burn. Chippy saying, truly anybody can make things. Even you, Maxi. Even you, absolute dumbass. Even you can make things, Maxi. Dude, if I can make things, what's stopping you from making things? Me pointing at the audience. What is stopping you? If this idiot has released multiple TTRPGs, what's stop and novels, by the way, and novels. What's stopping you from doing something with your life? If this dumbass learned how to draw, what's stopping you from learning how to draw? Kitty off screen, fuck AI. I will say I'm not super happy with how the Nomiya thumbnail came out, but you know, I did it. I put way too much noise in this. It's fine. Well, you know, it's a learning process. Vampire hunters? Fuck AI, it's true. You're incorrect. Is that curved pixels? It's not curved pixels. It's the texture brush. GP says, I'm gonna ask my doctor about ADHD medication options next month, so I may be buffed to make even more things, even while stupid. I'm just gonna leave this here. Bright says, Vampire Hunters can stop you from making multiple TTRPG novels, I think. I mean, they can if you roll under their level. See, I'm going back to game design. We're bringing it back, okay? Anyways, you attempt to escape the eclipse. You return to the Nexus. It's not called the Nexus. I'm just referencing Demon's Souls. You unlock memories and new characters. So here's the gameplay loop, okay? I don't want you to spend your quarters playing, because you go from this game mode to this game mode and then back to this game mode. See this right here? This is the gameplay loop, brother. You attempt to escape the eclipse. You unlock memories for your character where you're asked to roleplay and envision the character's past from your point of view. Even though I made the characters, you get to decide their personalities and how they go about solving problems and what happened to them. And then you also unlock new features and characters and progression, and then you fucking go back at it again. And I intend to release new characters and new levels and a bunch of other shit. That's the plan. Jesus Christ, in the Vixie. Yo, someone made that? That's incredible. So now that we kind of have an understanding, you know. Also, inventory. Slow down, Maxi. Inventory capacity in the game is also limited. You can't keep everything you find. When an item comes up on your possession, it does what? When it does arrive into your possession, you can put it in your inventory, which will be limited based on characters, by the way. Some characters may have more, some may have less. That's just life. You can either add it to your inventory or crush it for score. I don't think I have written that down. It lived in my head, but I don't know if I wrote it down, so I'm gonna just, when gaining an item, you can instead choose to crunch it for score. If you would like to learn more about crunching items to get their gooey materials, please consider reading The Last Bread Mage by Kirin. I heard they're pretty good, and they're actually a really smart person. Kinomia Vixie. Now, as much as I want to argue, I'm being baited by the way. As much as I want to argue that the attack in question, can I go find it? Symphony of the Night sub weapons. Where is it? Find it for me. There you go. As much as I would love to argue that this weapon specifically, this weapon, which when cast releases a flurry of white pixelated objects from the middle of Alucard's sprite onto the floor where it remains. Perhaps it being shaped like a hand and emerging from the middle of Alucard's sprite, it's too close to not make the joke that he is in fact. I will say Kitty's also not wrong. He does also kind of look like Salt Bay. And it is salt, by the way, because, salt has the property of being pure or some bullshit. Oh my god, okay. A sidebar. I have done so much vampire research, fellas. I've done so much vampire research already. Did you know, by the way? Do you wanna take a wild fucking guess? Does anybody in the audience know why vampires are weak to sunlight? Does anybody in the audience? Does anybody know why vampires are weak to sunlight? I'm gonna give you the Jeopardy. Hold up, I have to dance to this. By the way, POV, me when I'm Alucard in Symphony of the Night. That was me backstepping, by the way. Kitty says, what is fuck the sun? Lorenzo says, the sun is a deadly laser. Ronnie says, because sun hurts. Nomi says, because they're too pale. Your answer. Your answers are all incorrect. Vampires are not weak to sunlight. There is nothing in the vampire mythos that says they are weak to sunlight. It is a misunderstanding from pop culture. In the short novel Vampire, which was published after Bram Stoker's Dracula, it said that vampires' abilities become dampened in the sunlight and that they heal naturally while under moonlight. Now, there is no mention of this in the first Dracula performances, but it's actually hilariously enough because of the movie Nosferatu that associated him so deeply with darkness and recoiling at the presence of light that people went, oh, he has got to be weak to light. Ronnie says, yes, my abilities to live are dampened in the sunlight. It's true. So I want to give a formal apology to everyone who watched my videos in 2012 and called me a vampire as a slur. And I said, I'm not a vampire, I'm just pale. I realized I think I actually may be a vampire, so I want to deeply apologize. I've done so much freaking vampire research, brother. I'm learning so much about vampires. I have ended up at the TV tropes page for vampires. It's over for me. You're never gonna see me ever again. By the way, I'm up on my feet, I'm stretching. I'm flourishing. I'm living my best life. So that's really funny, by the way. I love the idea that this concept about vampires being weak to sunlight comes from fucking nothing. It comes from nothing. Also, the mythology about how vampires can't cross water is also from the misunderstanding that the reason why Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula had to take a boat and not cross the waters himself is the reality for that is because he could only sleep in the soil of his homeland, which is a weird thing that no one else picked up on. If you want to go by the real rules, Alucard can only sleep in soil from his homeland. What about Barry? What about Barry? But anyways, Maxi, how are these things helping you with your development of this game? They are what? Chippy says it's true. I get homesick and can't sleep away from my own soil too. It's true. Yeah, Mysterioso. Hi, Mysterioso. Mysterioso says, yeah, put a little dirt under the pillow and you're good to go. It's true. Could you imagine if, like, instead of latching on to vampires sucking blood, what if vampire's personality was, I gotta sleep in dirt, brother? Could you imagine? Twilight? Edward Cullen, thank you. Is like, she's like, he's like, you know what I am, say it. And then she's like, you're a vampire. And then he's like in the dirt like a pig. He's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, to rolling around.
Yeah, he's rolling around like an animal in the dirt. That's right, I'm a vampire. And he's like covered in dirt. He's that kid from Peanuts. I do think it's funny, Nomiya, though. Nomiya says, but it's fun. Nomiya says, but it's a funny gag when I drew Val and Ceci, Nomiya's vampires, comic when there's a huge box of SPF 200 in their bathroom. Like a pig with the cops? There you go. We're back. We brought it back. Hey guys, welcome back to Straight Up Porking Hours. I'm your host, I'm Kirin. Just straight, you know, POV me when I'm a vampire in my box of dirt. Just straight up porking it in here. Nomiya says, Mod is pretty good at protecting your skin from the sun, yeah. Now, I hate to be like this, but now that I know the truth, vampires sparkling in the daylight is actually kind of novel. I'm sorry. Now that I know more about vampires, I actually think that she was kind of cooking with it. Hey, anybody want to watch the Twilight quadrilogy with me? Anybody wants to be forced to be sitting on Discord with me watching Twilight for research? Me, says Sophie. Absolutely not. I can't. I was ready for Nomiya to say yes. What do you mean Nomiya's not in? I like the movies, really. There is some dumb stuff in it. Let's not mince words. There's some stuff in it that's absurd. Anyways, can we watch Interview with the Vampire? I've never seen. I want to see it too. The color grading pisses me off. Nomiya Vikshi has the strangest things to be mad about. Chippy says the movies are a good laugh. I only watched the second one, I think. Also, Nomiya, I'm sorry, Nomiya, you can't hate the movie. That's my job. I'm the hater of the group of our friend group. The Twilight movies are so green for no reason. It's called having an art style. Look it up, fellas. Look it up. The way that I couldn't say that with a straight face, I'm fucking just straight up memeing it in here. I apologize. You're all legally allowed to stab and or shoot me. I don't want to do. No, I guess this is fine. Okay, last cycle, by the way. I know it looks like we have done no work whatsoever, and perhaps through some point of view, perhaps we have not. Chippy says, why is your wedding scene color graded with a filler of slime? If it was Plagueworth's wedding, you wouldn't ask a question, Chippy. Yeah, get slimed at my wedding, yeah. Yeah, no, I am telling you all in advance that y'all getting slimed. Chippy's pissed. I love Angry Chippy. Angry Chippy is so good. Oh, and so threatening. I feel like if I was in the presence of real life Angry Chippy, I would freeze. It would activate my freeze fight response, but not the fight one. Definitely not. I would not fight Chippy. Again, there is some dumb stuff in the movies. The pregnancy stuff is like right up there. Right up there. Top 10 worst parts for sure. The Nickelodeon kind of sliming, you know it. Nomiya, that's called being resourceful, Nomiya Vikshi. Look it up. You know how expensive it is to get slime in real life? You have to farm it from you have to farm slimes. You have to farm slimes in that level in MapleStory in real life to get that much slime. God, sorry, Chippy just reminded me that Renesmee is the fucking character's name. Oh my god. Maybe those movies are peak, actually. Maybe you know what? Maybe they are peak. Maybe they are peak, actually. It's bad, but maybe it's peak, actually. Renesmee. Fucking, what a horrible name. Okay, I don't care about it being smart or pretty or whatever. I just want an event. Wolf. The wolves are all here. Encounter fucking 020 encounter. Just put a number there, Maxi. Just put a number in there. It's not the worst. It's not the most absurd reason behind the name. I have been to behindthename.com, and let me tell you, there's some terrible ideas for names. The entrance hall. A howl. Ooh, a piercing howl. They are on you before before you realize it. You are surrounded by a party, by several large wolves. They are at least 6 feet tall. They charge at you. How? What did you do? What? How? How did you end this? I don't know. Well, we can worry about how this looks like, okay? I have a bunch of shit, mate. It's fine. It's fine, okay? Oh, and I guess I really gotta freaking come up with many more examples, but it's fine. It's fine. We put some tags in here. Living beast. Center me. Roll me, freeze me, squeeze me. That's a joke for nobody except my wife who's in the room with me. Juice me, thank you. Nomia says that the wolves do a single bark when you press square. If you have the mana for it. No, man, what are you talking about? Juicera, let's just... It's a big juicer? You juicing in there, son? Oh, it's because it said squeeze me, juice me. I was referencing Northern Lion playing Super Auto Pets. I think about it every once in a while. Super Auto Pets. Oh, I remember the Juicero now. Yeah. Top 10 scams of all time. Yeah, you can just squeeze the juice out of it. Yeah. Scams, brother. Scams. Isn't squeezing juicing that Alucard icon you just showed us? It do be a little bit of squeezing and juicing, isn't it? No, this is not a bit. Lorenzo says if they just sold the packets, just sell the packets. No, but you can't sell people a $300 appliance if you just sell them the packets, Lorenzo. How are you gonna make all the money? I need a way to like. Okay, how about give me this. Juice me, squeeze me, roll me. The machine needed Wi-Fi? Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. See, the reason why I know that shit was a bad idea. I mean, we already know because we're in the future, Maxi. But also, like, you just know that, like, some executive at Google was like, oh my god, we need this. Because, no, like, how else am I going to make juice in the morning? How else could we make juice? Yeah, we need a machine that does it for you. It's the only way. Sorry, it's that gif of Homer Simpson squeezing an orange into his eyeball. You know, up until now, this was the only way to get juice out of an orange. Do you think I could just find that clip right now? Up until now. I thought it was an orange. The juice loosener. Oh my god. Wow, the Simpsons really have done everything already. So my favorite bit about this thing that I'm using, by the way, this is Excalidraw in Obsidian, is that I can actually just put embedded links. Let me go freaking find it. I had it a second ago. Good Simpsons memory? Dude, there's some good Simpsons moments. Okay, can I please share it as an embed, please? See, this is gonna blow your mind, okay? This is gonna blow your mind. No. Was I supposed to just literally just paste it? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Wait, no, isn't it here? Where is it? Web and embed, there it is. There it is. There it is. There you go. Dude, this is the coolest thing. You know, whenever I'm just working, you know, I just want to, you know.
Products you could only imagine before. The SS Microwave.
Ah, my crepes are done.
This is the optimal way to work.
Good evening,
Wait, hold up. Can we please skip over to the part that actually matters? There we go. Thank God. Okay.
And the president's neck is missing. But now I'm here to tell you about a remarkable new invention. Until now, this was the only way to get juice from an orange.
You're saying this a better way? Oh my god. This is apt. Oh my god. Sorry, this is an incredible freaking. I don't think when Nomiya said my mind is being blown, I don't think Nomiya was being completely honest there. Anyway, we're gonna just grab you. We're gonna put you over here in this corner and then worry about it later. Can we watch the monorail episode? No. We have 30 minutes left to finish making the thing that exists in my brain. It's a really good, it's a, you know, Simpsons from that era was very good. Okay, listen. By the way, we're utilizing the new YouTube feature that allows you to invade a stream after it's I am doing a terrible job because I'm doing two things at the same time, which I should not be doing. I should only be drinking, not driving. As soon as the stream ends, if you leave the browser open, it will take you to Nomiya's stream where Nomiya is playing Uma Musume, the game with the girls who are horses. So if you would like some horsing around, Nomiya's stream will be available to you in 42 minutes. We have never tried this before. We have not tried it, but maybe don't worry about it, okay? It's gonna be normal. I do realize probably the I know that I need visual stuff to be able to like do shit. It helps my autistic brain, but most likely for the actual release is gonna all just be text, I think. I know that this is more visually appealing, but I also don't want players to just like ignore the description and stuff. But, you know, we gotta work on it. We gotta work on it, okay? Maxi, why did you label the two scenarios sin and punishment, Maxi? It's because I love the Nintendo 64. I love the Nintendo 64, and it would be a little silly to be rewarded with a virtue. I think you're playing as monsters. It's all just, you know, it's all just bad. It's all bad. Kill them all, change form, leave it to luck. So the way that this mechanism should work, by the way. Textual Maxi now with a hat. Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it. I don't like this hat. That could have been a much worse hat now that I think about it. You know what? Sun hat for my wife. Whoop, I'm gonna put it, there you go. Persona 2 reference, oh my god. Let me clear my throat real quick. Also, damn it, it's getting warm again. What the hell? All right. I am heavily considering the path stability, because I like the open-ended nature of the way you solve problems here. Is like, you know, you're in a room filled with enemies. You know, what do? Well, you know, I'm gonna change into form of rat and sneak past all the enemies. You know, I like that. I feel like that makes sense. You know, but I do recognize that, like, you know, if one were to consider the verbs available to the player in a game like Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the PlayStation 1, the main verbs the character uses in that game are kill, 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 platform, kill, kill, be in exactly 4 cutscenes, kill, loot. And the other verb is, I believe, if I'm correct, it is open the menu to equip a turkey leg to your right hand, and then close the menu, and then use a turkey leg to summon a turkey leg on the floor, and then walk over to the turkey leg to be healed by a turkey leg, and then open them up at the menu to re-equip whatever you had on your right hand. As we all know. Watch the entire bird life cycle. That's another verb that the game has. Bright. Yeah, see, it's funny how that works out, right? It's funny how that works out. Wait, what about rat? What about rat? Oh, the rat is so much better. Okay. Become rat. Become rat, okay? Everyone is like, wow, you're so brat. I am so rat. That's what I am. Well, Nomiya Vikshi, in my upcoming Untitled Vampire Survival TTRPG, you will be able to turn into a rat. You will also be able to turn into a bunch of other things. I am slightly considering, like, the one piece of the puzzle that I'm having a lot of difficulty, like, piecing together. Again, like, I love the stat system. I love the idea that as you accumulate experience, you know, your stats get crazy. I think the thing I'm having the most issue is the map system, because I wanted it to be within a dungeon. What if it... I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be within a Castlevania-esque dungeon. Perhaps it's just part of the... Can I show a map that won't spoil Nomiya? I mean, assuming Nomiya remembers. That's a good point, actually, Maxi. Me assuming that Nomiya can and will remember. You know, like, you have, you know, a big old map, you know, and I'm like, it's interesting to wander from room to room, but perhaps just having set challenges is not the way to go. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. So, how else can you emulate? By the way, Maxi, is that... Don't worry, the map for the game is also back here, by the way. It's what I did for the background. I love the idea of there being rooms. I really enjoy that. Maybe instead of each room has a number of encounters, you know, each room has, you know, this is, you know, this is the kitchenette, and it has encounter 1, encounter A, B, and C. Perhaps instead, it is simply just the kitchenette has... Would it be better if I... Oh, this is like so dangerous to come up with. What if every room in every escape route, what if it had its own mini oracle? Because I personally feel like perhaps the best course of action, instead of come up with 3 unique encounters that will be exciting and fun and fully fulfilling for a player. Why not? That will also match the tone of whatever the player feels like. Would an oracle just be better? The kitchenette, you know, it comes with a description. Let me just make this bigger so I can see. You know, so the room for the kitchenette, you know. Why is the text so small, brother? Where have all the text men gone, and where are all the words? Where's the streetwise dictionary? No. This is nothing. Anyways, the kitchenette, it has an oracle for like what the problem, you know, description for the room, and then it's like what happens, or what the problem is, what the obstacle is, who is behind it. Who is behind it / twist. So in that case, something like this would be like, Let me just align it, please. So it would be like the kitchenette. Can I make this bigger? No, everything has to be bigger. Okay. The smallest kitchen in the mansion, made to serve exclusively the curious tastes of Marcus de Carabia, the lonely chef stationed here awaits in one corner for the bell to toll, and the ovens to turn on. Something like that, okay? Something like this. And then the table is like, what's in your way? And then it's like a table, right? It's like a goddamn table. It could even be a little bit weighted too, you know. Let's do like 1 through 3, 4 through 5, and then 6. It could be a little weighted, you know. It could be a little weighted. This is still 3 encounters essentially. So you know what's in your way. The chef is busy. The Carabia just walked in, or I guess the Carabia walking in would be the rarest of them all. I wonder if in doing this it would put like the Carabia level 4 just walked in. I feel like that would be kind of funny actually. The chef level 2 is busy, is hard at work. This game is becoming a very adventure book. Yeah, it's, you know, that's a solo game. I feel like it does have that vibe for sure. What's in your way? The chef is hard at work. Blah 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 blah. Wolves are picking through the leftovers. What's the twist? This is I think I lost my way a little bit. I think I meant to be more general stuff, but perhaps, you know, what's the twist? 1 through 3 dot, 4 through 5 dot, 6 dot. See you later, Sofifi. Have a lovely rest of your day and a lovely walk. What's the twist? You know, the most common one is the kitchen is on fire. The kitchen is on fire. The chef is in a bad mood. Or lastly, the rarest of them all. The rarest of them all. The ingredients are fighting back. Again, I'm working right off the top of the dome. So, you know, you would roll 2d6, you know. You would roll 2d6 and then that would tell you what's going on in the kitchenette, right? You know, and it's like, okay, I got the most common of them all. 1-1. The chef is hard at work and the kitchen is on fire. How the hell do we get out of here, you know? And I'm thinking of the forms that we have. And I'm like, do I want to kill the chef? I'm not sure if I want to kill the chef. I definitely don't think that changing into a rat is the way to do things. So I think I'm going to just leave it to luck. Fuck it. I'm just gonna charge in, leaving it all to chance and to the whims of fate, and then I see what happens, you know. The one thing that I want to put in paper before I forget, and one of the things that I'm having a lot of fun with, and I think it's a really interesting bit for the game, is that resolution in the game is player facing, as a kind of self-reporting system. The player decides whether they succeeded or failed based on the outcome, and what their reward is. Yeah, and I think Bright makes a good point. You know, it's interesting. Like, I could make a whole table for the entire dungeon. But I definitely like the idea of, like, the player gets to decide, you know, if It's like, do you think that, you know, I left it to luck? Did that accurately got me out of this room? If yes, if not, then I get to pay the price. You know? Yeah, it's a shared narrative again, because like this is first and foremost meant to be a solo game. Of course, you'll be able to play it co-op and duet and guided. Of course, you know the system is there. But I love the idea that for solo play, the outcome is part of the narrative of this moment. You know, if I decided that the chef is hard at work and the kitchen is on fire, and I get out of here by just literally leaving it to luck. I feel like the outcome would be that perhaps in the midst of the fire I escape without wasting too much time, but I am hurt in the process. I will sacrifice one life, which was established earlier. Losing lives is not entirely bad. Our protagonist of Jo has a refrain ability that allows her to gain experience for killing whenever she loses a life. So in that way, lives remain as a resource that is immediately interesting. HP, to me, is inherently not an interesting resource. It is a thing that you're always losing. It is like food in your fridge. It's like paying rent. It's an upkeep more than an interesting resource. And I very much like the idea that for all of the playable characters, you will have a refrain ability that makes you go... It either makes you go, oh, I lost a life, but I actually gained something, or, what if I purchase Krusty Burgers and I disguise them as my own cooking, etc., etc., etc. Anyways, welcome to the end of the creative hours, by the way. I am your host, Kirin. We are wrapped up. Let me just hide Pomotroid because we're done. We're done. Thank you for joining me for this incredibly ridiculous design session. I hope you had a good time. I would like to remind you that this stream is supported by viewers just like you. Please consider supporting me at coffee.com/amkaren. All donations go a very, very long way. You could also become a YouTube member for $3 a month. That is a tiny little price to ask, and you get a bunch of cool emotes like the ones I just showed, and these emotes appear on stream. Isn't that neat? Dude, it's literally 8 emotes, man. That's crazy. That's a bunch of emotes. Consider supporting me. And now, I'm going to prepare myself for us to begin the next part of the show. I'm also going to clear my throat, so please don't mind me. Alright, and some water. Okay. Dailies. The segment of the stream where I show you that my brain is filled with video game and trivia knowledge. We begin today, first and foremost, with Quartal. A game where we play 4 Wordles at once, because it's the only way I can feel anything anymore. We open with Rogue, Satin, and Blimp. Two words of which are deeply related to a book I have not published. RALTE. We have the keys to the kingdom. Wait. Altar? No. Oh, it's altar. Your altar. That's 1. Bingo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Argu? Agur? 1, 2, 3, 4. A. N. It's Aaron. Afron, Agron. Argon? No way it's Argon. It's not Argon. Okay, thank God. Okay, so it's... You either go... You must go here. Which means you go here. No. No, you could go... Oh, it's a Dorn! It's a Dorn! It's a Dorn!
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
And what is this? We have 1, 2, 3. We have Sasalele. We have Salele. I'm gonna assume perhaps it's an S-A-L with an E at the end. Salse. Salke. What if it's LE at the end? I'm not happy with this at all. What else could we do? We have 3 guesses for 2 words. And up in here, RGU. Well, definitely it's GR, right? What, Grump? Hey, I'm Grump, and I'm not so Grump? No way. Gruff? It's 1000% Gruff. Watch this. Freaking knew it. Never tell me the odds, kid. Mostly because I have a terrible concept judging probabilities. No worries, Namia. Oh, you hit the pow to fix your audio. What'd you miss? Wrap up work and we're doing Quirtle. And Namia, your stream starts in 23 minutes. If you want to watch Namia's stream, don't close the browser. Just literally leave it open and Namia's stream will begin in 23 minutes. Gruff, Adorn, Altair. And we still have S-A-E. With an L in there somewhere. It's not Sale. It must be S-A-L. Salve. The word is salve. Another word for potions in TTRPG/video games. Bingo! Easy peasy. You were all so shady in chat. Listen, you have to remember that everyone is listening on a different setup. If someone is watching on speakers, they can't tell the difference. Let me have a picture. By the way, welcome back to gaming hours. Guess the .game, where we guess the .game. This is a Sega Genesis? I don't really know what I'm looking at. Is this a side-scrolling a shmup? Wait, no, is this just Ghosts and Goblins, man? Is this just Ghosts and Goblins? Super Ghouls and Ghosts? Ugh. What happened? Is this Commander Keen? Commander Keen? Keen Dreams? It's not, okay. Tojam and Earl? Nomia Vikshi. You have never played a game for the 3DO. Nomia Vikshi. You don't know what you're talking about. Is this Tojam and Earl? How many games with Earl? Tojam and Earl. Back in the Grove. It is not Tojam and Earl. It's a game, it's a platformer where you have cows. It appears to be cows. 55 cows and is this Frogger? Is this a Frogger platformer? Frogger Adventures: The Great Quest? Oh, it's Gex. God damn it, it's Gex. Bright knew it. Bright knew what this was. I am shaken to my core. I never owned a 3DO. If you had asked me if Gex was always 3D, I would have said it's always 3D. Oh, this definitely would have fixed it for me. I have never played this game, but yet you knew. Why is this map so small? I hate what Gex looks like. Yeah, well, you're a hater, Nomia Vikshi, that's why. Why is the level so small? Are you a giant? Is this an RTS? But there's RTS has never let you see the horizon. What is this? Also, this is to be kind of looking like something else. This is stage selection. Oh, Nomia says that's what Gex looks like. I could have sworn Nomia said I hate what Gex looks like. You straight up changing my statement? Nomia, it's called reading between the lines. Look it up. Gaslighting? Absolutely not. The gaslight is not on. It's a 3D game. You're a giant robot and or a mech. This is a PS1 era game. The quality of the textures here tell me that it's not the N64. It couldn't do textures like this in the N64. 73%. Is this Blast? This is not Blast Core. The angle of the it could be PS2. The angle of the camera here tells me that you can move the camera. Is Destroy All Humans on the GameCube? Destroy All Humans, Big Willy Unleashed? It's not? Is this just like Godzilla or like Destroy All Monsters? Oh, it's a fighting game. No. Monsters? It's like Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters Melee. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Bingo. Yeah, it's good. It's Gogeta. Gogeta. Godzilla, no, that's where I work. Godzilla. No, that's the insurance building. I gotta get my insurance card, Godzilla. Okay. What the hell is this? This is a dark road. You can't see anything. Computer and hands, please. Alright, chat, if you can see what's going on here, good, because I can't. This is... Okay, so... Did you guys ever play that kaiju dating game? I heard good stuff about it, but I haven't played it. I haven't been in a kaiju mood. Okay, so let's analyze what's going on here, okay? This is a dark post-apocalyptic road. This is the lines of a road. It is disheveled. It is in a bad state. The purple coloring should tell us that this is, in fact, happening in a dream sequence or in a magical world. The color purple does not exist in areas that are not supposed to be magical. If it's magic, it's purple. We all know this. The color of magic, that's why it's a greenish purple. We all know this. We all read Discworld. So a game where you would have a road and it's kind of magical in a way. A game with a road that could be somewhat magical. There's magic-y shit that happens. Also, the amount of like pixels that I see on the texture, like this is clearly not a flat plane. There's definitely like dents in there. This tells me this is PS3, perhaps. Perhaps the Wii. This is not the Wii. This is a PS3 for sure. What about that Damned game? Shadows of the Damned, the game by the same guy who made No More Heroes. No. 82 score on Metacritic. Now we're in a big snowy area with magic-y occult shit happening. Previously, Road. It's a road at night and it's magic-y. Is this Alan Wake? No way. Is this Mr. Alan Wake? It's not Alan Wake. Wait, but now what is this? These are little guys. Alan asleep. PS3, Xbox 360. These are little guys. So, the scale here tells me that this is an RTS or some sort of game that you're playing from a higher point of view. This architecture is like fantasy-like. It's like Egyptian in a way, but these guys just look like little fellas. Give me a skip. I don't know what the hell this is. And it's PS3 and 360, so it's not like it's Halo Wars or something. Oh my god, it's Jack Black Rock. Jack Black Rock. Oh, it's not Rock of Ages. Oh my god. Jack Black Metal. Oh, what are you called? The game where you play as Jack Black. It's the game where you play as oh my god. Jack Black. This game was recently free. Oh my god. I own that game too. I know. It's a game. Wait, no. Hold up. It's not Deep Rock Galactic. Epic Legend. Oh my god. Oh my. The way that he just hit me. The way it's Brutal Legend. There you go. Fucking got it. Fucking got it. The way I had to search deep inside my mind palace. I love that I saw this freaking UI and I knew. I played the demo for this on my PS3. Use the LB and the right to order your army into battle. I knew because there's no other RTS ever on the PS3 or 360. Double fine, by the way. And that's it. Let's move over to Pokedoku, where we do a Sudoku backwards where it's Pokemon. Fighting, Legendary, Fairy, Ghost, Poison, Kalos. Oh, perfect. It's France again. I love France. I know all the Pokemon from France. All 43 of them. Fighting from Kalos, well, that's easy. That's Hawlucha. The way that I had to second guess, because I'm like, why would France have a luchador? And I have to remember that Game Freak doesn't give a damn. Fighting Poison, we'll get back to you. Fighting Ghost? Isn't Fighting Ghost just the evolution of... Be careful, Maxi. The evolution of... Nomia says, you're so quick in this game and it's stressful. Nomia. Everything's normal. Annihilate, thank you. The evolution of... What's the monkey's name? What's the monkey's name? It's Mankey into Primeape. Primeape is just Primeape? And then to Annihilate, yeah. He got so mad that he died. A legendary ghost? Don't you mean my good friend Lunala? And then a fairy ghost. I'll get back to you on fairy ghost, okay? A legendary poison Pokemon? Are there even legendary poison Pokemon? Isn't this Poipole? Isn't it Poipole? No, Poipole is an Ultra Beast. Legendary poison? Huh? Poison Fairy? Oh, dude. Oh, Fezandipity? I would have never guessed Fezandipity. 1000% never would have happened. Never would have happened. A legendary from Kalos. Well, I guess the Musketeers count, right? So what about Keldeo? Does Keldeo count as a legendary Pokemon? I guess he's a mythical, huh? Oh well. Okay, well clearly from Kalos it has to be what's the French fuck? Cernius, thank you. I love, by the way, that somehow Keldeo's part of the Three Musketeers. I'm pissed. Anyways, a fairy from Kalos, brother. You introduced the fairies. You introduced all the fairies. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna go with Sylveon. Let's go with a Smurpuff. Schlurpuff. You're a fairy. Yeah, I knew that. Fighting Poison. Isn't this my boy Krogonk? Toxic Croak. You're poison fighting. Yeah. One more guess. Ghost Fairy or Fairy Poison? I know that it said mythicals don't count anymore, but in my brain, I thought Keldeo was just part of the regular boys. Okay, listen, okay? If there was Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, and then there was a fourth bird that was part of the group, of course I would assume it was part of it. But no, the distribution method was different for that guy. Now, Fairy Ghost, I can't, what's a ghost that's a fairy? Or Fairy Poison. Fairy Poison. Fairy Ghost. What the hell is it? I'm gonna put probably a wrong guess. I'm going back and forth. wait, Poison Fairy, that's Galarian Wheezing. Okay, alright, okay, that's not too bad. To be honest, I don't know, says Nomia, I got you. Mimikyu and Fluttermane are the only ghost fairies. Hot damn. Yeah, and the only poison fairies are Wheezing Galar and Pheasantipede. I guess I could have also guessed the other two idiots, Monkey Dory and Okidogi. Okidogi, I have to say, top 5 Pokemon names. Okidogi is a great name. We have 8 minutes to do GameDuel.wtf, where we GameDuel and we go a little WTF. Cover art, can I guess the game based on the cover art? Is this Bloody Roar? What is this? I don't think it's Bloody Roar. It's not even on the list. Give me one skip. What am I looking at? Dude, Chippy and I shaking hands. I love Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar is so stupid. The bunny girl from Bloody Roar is so good. I don't know who this is. What? Oh my god, it's the bat. It's the bat. Oh my god, what is it called? Is the Sega game about a bat? It's the wait, it's a it is Pac-Man. Okay, no, I thought it was the bat. It's Pac-Man. You're right. It's Pac-Man World actually. It's Pac-Man World 1 for the PS1. It's Pac-Man World 2 for the PS1 actually. Can I guess the game based on the artwork? Why does he have a spike on the bottom of his shoe? By the way, it's on the PS2. I'm a hack. Oh my god. Dale, help! Dale, it's a racing game. What do I feel? Is it thank you. The way that Dale just knew. Thank you, Dale. Thank you. By acclaim. Thank you, Dale. Can I guess the character? This is, oh my god. This is a character from Dragon Quest 11. I don't remember her name. Ina? Does her name end in Ina? This is gonna be a long one, fellas. I know where she's from. She's from Dragon Quest 11 specifically. She's the girl with the spear. Yo, it's Hans. Hey Hans, how you doing? L. Does her name end in L? This is gonna take so long. Is it Jade? Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Chippy. I knew who she was. I just didn't know her name. I knew who she was. She's from Dragon Quest 11. Oh, I've been having a lovely stream actually. I have 4 minutes before we have to raid Nomia. A game with ninja, with drones, and with running. Perhaps it's a name with ninja in it. Perhaps it's Mini Ninjas. Collecting leaderboard, no story, time attack. I Ninja. Neon visual, short level, stick figure, fast movement. Stick figures. All right. Fruit Ninja. Mark of the Ninja? No. Y'all think this is Naruto Shippuden? Mini Ninjas? It is not Mini Ninjas. It's a sequel, Maxi. Okay. Ninja 2. It is not. This is an Xbox Live Arcade game. Drone sequel, running, collecting leaderboard, no story. Stick figures though? I don't get it. Fast movement, short levels, neon visuals. Could this be Neon Genesis Evangelion actually? Gravity traps, instant death. This is. Could this be the messenger? I don't think it's the messenger. And this is not Ninja Gaiden. Okay, you know what? Ninja Gaiden 2, okay? High difficulty, speedrun focus, handcrafted stages, minimalistic graphics. What if it's Stick fight the game. I don't know who you are. Momentum-based movement, single screen levels. Brother, I don't know who you are. Is this Baba is you? Computer enhance this image, computer. I don't know who you are, and we have 3 minutes. It looks like a Flash game. I mean that with all the love in the world, by the way. This looks like Baba. Yeah, is this Baba is you? It's N++. Okay. Okay. Okay, imaginary numbers, by the way. If you're a lover of imaginary numbers, you're having a great time. Oh, it's just oh, Dale did guess it. I didn't see Dale's comment. Dale was right. I didn't believe Dale. I didn't. I was like, what kind of dumb name would just have the N, the letter N? Anyways, it's Nier time for my wife, by the way, who's sleeping right now. So it's after 2010. It's not an RPG. I sleep. I'm passed out, brother. It is not fantasy or science fiction or open world or drama. It is not third-person side view or text. It must be first-person. No, Fortnite is third-person. Let me blow my nose real quick. Okay, Nomia's stream starts in 2 minutes, so we're absolutely 1000% gonna start speedrunning, by the way. First person, Maxi. Wizardry. Wizardry, the Proving Grounds with the Mad Overlord. Okay, it's definitely a game after 1981. It's not first person. It's Bird's View. It's Diablo 4. It's isometric in-house engine. Between these two, it's not called. Isometric bird view. Could this possibly be Moonlighter? Moonlighter is fantasy, but let's try it. Okay, a lot of green. Between 19 and 22, by the way. It's not an RPG, it's not a hack and slash. It's a simulation roguelike? A roguelike. Oh my god. Not 2019 though. It's indie. It's a business game. It's a business game? Is it Stonks? Stonks is not on here. Okay, it's a business game. So I'm gonna put simulator at the end. I'm gonna put. There's no way it's called the simulator. It's not. No. This is DCG. No, it's not. It's not this either. What about Thief Simulator? I realized it's actually first person. See you later, Nom. See you in like 1 minute. Oh, it's a huge cooperative game? What is this? On the Switch? Business. Okay, a game with business. Cultist Simulator. I'm speedrunning, by the way. I hope y'all had a lovely stream today. Roguelike business game. Animal Crossing is not business, is it? A game where you run a shop with other people. What about supermarket simulator? Okay, that's this year? That came out this year? Okay, another game with money in it. Another game with money in it, an online multiplayer. A game where you make money? Business is its main theme and indie? You know what? Animal Crossing New Horizons. Huh? Alright, fellas, thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. We're raiding Nomia's stream, by the way. If you would like to join the raid, leave the screen open. That's the plan for today. Leave this browser open. We're gonna go raid Nomia Bigshi right now. And now, as soon as you get moved over to the new screen, the message you want to type in chat is everything's normal. Okay, this is the message we're gonna type when we go in. Okay, are y'all ready? Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you all on Saturday for a silly stream on Nomia's channel. See you later, all. Bye-bye. Beep boop.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.